Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another video of our little A to Z officer series. But before I talk about our next uncommon officer, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel, and when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. But now let's have a look at Scotty. It's the Kelvin timeline Scotty from the new Star Trek movie from the 2000s, and the actor is really a nice guy, by the way. He's class engineering, and that means you need engineering badges to upgrade him. The group is Enterprise crew, which means if he's captain, he can get synergy from that crew or from that group. And if another one is captain from that group, he can give synergy to this captain if he's on the bridge as well. And he's from the faction Federation, which means you need Federation faction credits to upgrade him. And if you haven't seen the movie, or one of the movies, because he was there and the others as well that came afterwards, then you once again have another explanation text here. You know, there's always a text about the officer in the info box. I'm a bit surprised because of the importance of Scotty, and Simon Pegg really played a nice Scotty, that the text is quite short. But still, if you're interested or haven't seen the movie, have a look in the info box. He does have a captain maneuver, as you could already hear, and that's Miracle Worker. We know that from our original Scotty. Scotty reduces the time needed to repair the ship by 10%, and we talked about this with another officer recently already. That might be very helpful for players on the lower levels, because their Latinum is scarce, speed-ups are scarce in the most cases, and you want to make repairs cheaper as much as you can. And so if your ship has the endurance to still fight long enough against hostiles, then you could use Scotty as captain to reduce the repair costs. If you can only kill much fewer hostiles than with another crew, then it doesn't make so much sense, because you would have to fly so often. But if you still can get close to the same amount of hostiles you kill, but save some costs on the repairs, Scotty might be a really good choice for you, especially because his officer ability, the Born Engineer, helps you survive longer against hostiles, because Scotty increases the total hull health of the ship by 20% of its original hull health. And that means that you can stay longer and hunting hostiles, and you just have to see the other crew, how many I can do with them, and then see how much can I do with Scotty, and then you will see if it's worth it to reduce the repair costs here. As an uncommon officer, of course, he also has an away team trait, one only, but more than the common ones, and that's Inventor. And that's not a very common ability, and for several away team missions, I do need this. So I nowadays regularly send out Scotty for away team missions, because this Inventor completes my set, so to speak, in the abilities that I need on certain missions for the critical rewards. And that's why this away team trait is really important for a number of away team missions. But of course you want to know how to get him, and there you will see why I said he will be very helpful on the lower levels already, because you will most probably have him very early because of all the ways where you can recruit him. He is already in the standard recruit section, and that means those are the tokens that are easiest to get in this game. Even on your low levels, you get them regularly with your dailies. And if you've seen my video on that one, you even know how to get officer shards here in this recruit section, even if you don't have the tokens. And so it's most probably that you will have Scotty very early, and then that is the time where you usually suffer from the lack of speed ups and the lack of Latinum, that you will be able to think about if it makes sense to put Scotty as captain on the ship to reduce your repair costs. But there are more ways. The next one is the premium one. That's not a bad one either, and he already is in here. And you have a 70% chance of getting uncommon officer shards here. So the probability is once again high that you can get Scotty shards in this one. And then there are many more. I always have to look. You know that I'm using my own charts from my Discord to have a look again. Where did you get which officer? And the list for Scotty is a bit longer because he's also in the Federation recruit section. As you can see, those tokens, some of them you will get from missions, and you can buy others in the Federation faction store. And they are not as expensive, and they get a little bit cheaper over time with your rising levels than the elite ones. That's why from time to time for recruit events or something, I sometimes use those, even if I'm usually saving the credits for ship blueprints. But from time to time in recruit events, I might choose the normal ones, which I never buy is those. But Scotty is in here too, in the Elite Federation recruit section. Those tokens you can buy with higher reputation in the Federation faction store, and you get a few of them from missions. But I never buy those, they are really expensive. But also another chance to get Scotty. And then he's also in the recruit section that appears when we have the Crucible of War event, which usually comes up once a month. Depending on your level, you would see 1 or 2 recruit sections in here, and Scotty is in there too. But I'm really curious, especially from the players that have just started playing the game and are still on the lower levels, are you using Scotty to save repair costs? I'm really curious to hear that from some of our newer players. And if you have questions in general or the video requests, you know that I regularly read your comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.